Hello and welcome to episode 10 of our Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Tuscany. Remember from last time, we managed to reclaim Pisa and Siena for the Tuscan Republic. The bad side is that Ancona is now a vassal of Spain, which means it's going to be very hard to get Ancona back, but not impossible. And, well, in the north, Modena is still part of Ferrara, but we can pretty handily beat Ferrara now, especially since Savoy is very weak. Very, very weak. I think I've also kind of, not ruined, but my alliances. And I'm still allied with Hungary, I thought I broke that. Allied with Hungary, France, Genoa and Milan, which is a pretty powerful alliance. But they've got a coalition against me, although that only consists of Venice, but means we have to be peaceful for a while. What's my current mission? Improve our prestige. Up to what? 50, and it's currently on 3. Okay, well my prestige goes very high thanks to all these bonuses and whatever. So, hopefully that won't be a thing. So I think this video we're mostly going to focus on not giving our trade power to France, but kind of just improving. Oh, you can see here I'm building a bunch of light ships to improve our trade, and I think it's just going to be improving our economy, improving our military, waiting for the next opportunity to grab land off these countries. Or of Spain. Grabbing land of Spain would be fantastic. Tunisia wants military access, okay. See, I'm building up my fleet first because my fleet gets me a lot of money. I'll just repay some loans, or a loan. How many loans do I have out? 3 more. I might as well repay one of these as well. The bourgeoisie requests privileges. The bourgeoisie have grown increasingly resentful of the power of noble families and particularly the lack of opportunities in the higher ranks of government. Their only route into power is to marry into poor but well-titled noble families or pro-open positions in government circles. Grant them privileges or deny them privileges. I think I want lots of administrative power at the moment, and I think I'm actually really far, maybe not really far ahead, but yeah, I'm ahead in diplomatic and military technology, so we can lose the diplomatic power without too much cost. Mainly because every year that advances I'm actually going to get a pretty huge bonus to reaching this anyway, so "21 ships. What's my cap for the navy? It says 25. That's a pretty big navy. I might even be able to start challenging Venice with that if I build them all up with actual warships. A loan is coming due, well, better repay that. Actually, I think, is that my... No, I've got 2 more. Trade income, $7.30 a month. And of course we're now the dominant power in Genoa. Oh, and we had a cardinal, but he's died. Well, who should we put him into now? France looks like they got the Pope pretty well on their side. So, yeah, let's just try and take this one of France. I doubt we could do it, but you never know. So I'll repay the loan. And I think we can actually repay the next one in a little while. There we go, no more loans. course, the second my fleet stops, I lose my dominance in Genoa, and instead Spain gets that power. Yeah, I should probably do something with my not merchants, diplomats. Spain, could you like me more? Only a little bit more, but not a lot. Austria? You guys can like me a lot more. And what's this event? Expand the bodyguard. The office of Gonfaloniere, I still can't say that word, but that's my job, is challenged by enemies within and without, and thus a strong personal bodyguard is essential to ensure that he remains in power. The turbulent politics of our time require this, but there are also those who decry it, claiming that this new trend displays aristocratic tendencies and subverts the traditions of the Republic. One stability would be nice, and Republican tradition we have a bit of it, and let's take the stability. And then start building some ships. And then another caravel in Rome, and we'll have our 25 ships. And then we'll be making a pretty solid fortune in trade. So now the question is, do I focus on rebuilding the economy for now with the army first? Let's go with the army. Like, it's not too far away from its cap, another 4 regiments. Which, by the looks of it, probably should be maybe 1 artillery, 3 cavalry, just because it's quite infantry heavy at the moment. What's the Milanese army got? Lots of artillery. Is there a Spanish army around here? 1242. So yeah, I think that sounds about right. Lose prestige, that's my mission. Lose administrative power, I do not want to do. I don't want either of those. Let's lose prestige. And our fleet's now ready. Okay, Hungary's calling us to war. Fighting Bohemia. This is what they've started. Bohemia is allied with Baden, Brunswick, the Palatinate, the Hansa, and Saxony will protect them. Okay, none of those countries are anywhere near me. The Hansa might show up because they'll have a fleet. But I could probably actually beat their fleet now that I've got my big thing. Actually, I don't even think any... Oh, Baden's pretty close and they're actually pretty powerful, but we'll accept that for now. Just see if anyone else joins the war. It doesn't look like it. But of course, I don't think I can actually send my army up to help because Ferrara won't let us past. Actually, they're pretty close to letting us pass. Maybe I'll just send a diplomat here to improve relations, and then we could just walk through Ferrara. Okay, another new cardinal. Let's try and take this one off Spain. Oh, and I forgot that I'm supposed to be spending my money. So what did I say? 1 more cannon and 3 cav. Hungary, you don't look like you're doing that well in this war. Scandinavia is someone that we should try and make friends with if we can. Hansa accepted peace with Hungary. Hungary won. Cool. We must have some allies up in the north fighting them. Okay, a new Gonfalonieri. We'll stick with bureaucratic. Innocenzo Tempesta. Yeah, with a name like that we need him. I'm pretty sure that means innocent tempest. Innocenzo Tempesta. Actually, I don't speak Italian, so I have no idea what that actually means. But yeah. Oh cool, we've got Scandinavia on our side, and they're probably the ones that knocked Hansa out, and they'll just keep moving their way south. Of course, Hungary's not doing that well. Well, I wanted one more cavalry regiment. It's going to be 1353 compared to 1027. Well, they've gone somewhere, that Spanish army. Oh, new technology. Administrative tech. But again, we don't really want that. Whereas land maintenance modifier -10 would be really good. One Brunswick's accepted peace. That must help you out, Hungary. Well, no, because it's Baden and Bohemia are the two big ones you're actually fighting. I can come up and help Baden once I get these guys to. Oh, they'll allow it this time. So I'll stop improving relations. Wait for the diplomat to get back, and then I'll ask for military access, and then we'll read this event. Commedia dell'arte performances. Hear ye, let loose Pantaloon, Harlequin and all the other stock characters of the traditional Commedia dell'arte on your unsuspecting population, and watch as they are entertained by the antics and the shenanigans. A good piece of comedy can make anyone forget for a while that their everyday lives are wasted away labouring under the yokes of tyrannical rulers. Plus it's fun. Make it happen. Luserman and ducats. I've got ducats. But we get yearly prestige +1. That would be pretty good, especially since our prestige is quite low. All pointless distractions lose 5 prestige. No, we can lose 10 admin power. And now we can send our army up to fight Baden, thanks to Ferrara helping us out. Let's occupy the capital. Because I think their armies are all pretty busy fighting Hungary. There's already Austrians here. Let's occupy Breslau then. Or Brizigau. No, we're losing diplomatic thing because we've got one too many relations. Well, we don't need military access with Urbino right now, so we can cancel that. Nobles demand recompensation. The state has lived off the contribution of nobles for a long period of time. Now the country is doing well, so the nobility is eager to get their cut of the cake. Ignore them and lose 2 stability. Oh, I don't want to do that. Or lose a lot of money and 1 stability. I'd actually be able to repay that loan off pretty quickly. So now I'm going to take the lose 1 stability option here. We can also get a new idea right now, which is land maintenance modifier -10%. Actually pretty sure we're going to get that one, which is national manpower modifier +25. And that'll also get us discipline +5. But that's for next time. Production efficiency +10, also a very good one. Anyway, I'm about to take out huge loans. 2 of them, but I'll be able to repay them pretty quickly, and that way I can keep my admin power for this last one, Smithian Economics, which I just went through, is a very good thing for me. The trial. Our eldest son is corrupt again. Gain 5 Republican tradition. We'll see him acquitted. We're actually losing this war. Why is that? Oh, because Relay still hold the major thing. Oh, but we've captured Brusigel. Cool. Now we can go move up and capture Baden itself. Merchants are pleased, and they gave us a pretty massive gift, so we can repay all our loans. Oh hey, the Palatinate's fighting us down here. Oh. I think after we've captured this, we might send our army back home. It'll probably be sufficient to knock Baden out of the war. Actually, no, let's do this thing. Let's send most of our army back and just leave besieging force to carry on up there. There should be enough to stop this army von Pfalz of coming down. So we better marry a Frenchman again. We need to keep France happy with us. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the army von Pfalz is going to liberate Baden. Yep. Oh, that's okay. Where else is this army actually going to? Rome? Oh cool, so we won that war. Bohemia gained Seps and some money. They actually got a lot of money from that war. So that's pretty good. We helped. And our army didn't do too badly. Didn't really fight, but didn't do poorly. So now building buildings. You can build a marketplace in Romagna, which will increase our trade power by quite a bit, but we don't actually need trade power in Venice. Or a dock, again it would increase their trade power and repair ships quicker. Armories, which we don't really want, so let's build a marketplace. Like, where's Venice? We have a little tiny bit of power here, but it's actually just going back upstream, which gives us a tiny bit more in Ragusa. But even in Ragusa we don't actually have that much power, and I don't think the stuff coming from Venice is what's actually giving us a lot of power. Where are we here? Tuscany. Current trade power. Yeah, so 10's coming from downstream, but I think most of that would be coming from Genoa, where we have a lot of power. But still, it doesn't hurt to increase our trade power there. A new technology. Oh, we can get two of them, military and diplomatic. Which gets us more units. We've got another heretic philosopher. Prominent natural philosopher is forwarding new claims that contradict religious truths. The clergy demand that he be stopped and turned over for punishment. Either way, this will result in great turmoil. So we are losing 1 stability. Technology costs -5, or missionary strength +1. How close are we to be able to do this? Not anywhere near. So that missionary strength +1 is not actually going to help us. So let's take the technology cost -5. Probably should have done that before I just spent all that points on technology. But yeah. Okay, apparently now armories are things I'm going to get. Or I suppose I could save up and get something a bit more expensive, but I kind of like to do all these ones first so that I don't get the notifications popping up. I'll expand the bodyguard again. Yeah, I want the stability. Republican tradition is actually getting quite low, but so stability. Actually, no, I want this idea. We're most of the way there. We need 380. We're on 215. Oh wow, and Austria and Spain are at war. No, they're not. They're fighting Great Britain, the 13 colonies. Oh, Austria is helping Spain fight Great Britain. Okay, well that's good, I suppose. Especially since it looks like Britain... Do I really want them having land in here? I mean, I suppose it helps in that Spain wouldn't have any land. But I don't really want more great powers in this little peninsula of mine. Building a dock just to increase our trade power a tiny bit more in Venice. Sergio Malaspina. Yep, I don't really want to lose any more Republican tradition than I already have. I actually thought I had a marriage with France, but we can have another one, I suppose. Again, we'll skip the administrative tech to get Smithian economics. But our admin tech is going to go racing forward. It's so cheap right now. No, and pretty soon our trade fleet's going to be obsolete. Oh, which reminds me, I'm supposed to be upgrading this. Latin Caracol Cavalry. Was the new cannon? No, new infantry. Nope. New nothing, okay. A new decision though. Pass the Blasphemy Act. Declare blasphemy a common law and therefore make it a legal offence to show contempt for or ridicule God, Jesus or the Holy Scriptures in any form. Yep, I could do that. Tolerance of heretics -1, missionary strength +1. That missionary strength +1 is not going to help me get rid of the heretics. But I also don't want the tolerance, like they'll just revolt more. So that's one we're not going to take. And we can build an armory in Rome, so let's do it. And we're getting close to being able to get our final idea in the economics tree. Let's go and try and make Ferrara like us some more, since I'm pretty stoked that they like us, but hey, we can get royal marriage. Should do that. I mean, they're not ever going to be a vassal. Oh no, let's not get a royal marriage. I kind of see them as a future conquest rather than future ally. Improvements in land technology, we should take it because we're actually losing inflation at the moment. So let's take all the military power we can get. I forget the rate that we're losing inflation. So yeah, it just means it's going to take us 5 more years to get that down to 0. An armory in Romania. And then we'll have all the tier 1 buildings everywhere. And a couple of tier 3s actually. Considering I've built a couple of star forts and I think a couple of trade depots and workshops in Pisa and Siena. How's our trade going? 770. Now here's the thing that we should look at. Production, currently $3.70. And when we get Smithian economics, production efficiency plus 10. And we also got national manpower modifier plus 25 and discipline plus 5%. And I believe $3.93. $3.94. So that's a pretty decent increase to our production income there. And now, of course, we really need to catch up with our admin tech. Who are Ferrara's allies now? I'm thinking they're Austria, Milan, and Savoy. Well, Austria is someone I'm not keen on fighting. Hey, the Netherlands exist. Well, that's cool. Austria's gotten a bit weaker. But still, I don't want to fight them. And of course Milan's my ally, so they probably... well, I also don't want to fight them. Of course Savoy is nothing. Actually, yeah, Milan is allied with Hungary, Austria, Spain, so I really don't want to fight Milan. And Austria is allied with Poland, Pomerania, Spain and Milan, so I really don't want to fight them. Of course, Venice is someone I actually should be fighting, who are allied with the Knights, Poland and Genoa. Alliance between Venice and Genoa is quite interesting. Okay. So tier 2 buildings. Trade depot would be really good. Trade wars lose 50 diplomatic power. Okay, there's no option there. Got courthouses already in a few places, training fields in Siena, a dry dock in Siena, a workshop in Pisa, increasing trade power, and we can still build a star fort in Romagna. So I'm kind of keen to build a trade depot, just because it increases trade power by 25%, which would help in Pisa and Rome especially. Also increase trade value, but we don't have any particularly hugely powerful local trade things, so it might be better off to build a goods workshop to increase the production of goods, especially in Romagna. Actually no, probably especially in Florence, since those goods will then be traded in Genoa and we'll get a lot more money from them that way as well. So actually let's do that. Let's build workshops first and then start increasing our trade power through whatever the other thing was, I've forgotten already. Oh cool, Venice has left the military coalition against us. I'm thinking Venice is actually my rival at the moment, is it not? Enemy Tunisia, Ferrara and Venice are my rivals. Now we've got a bad reputation for a few years, but that's okay, because we've usually got a pretty good one. So Venice's army is the same size as mine. I have way better allies. And Hungary and France are both, and Milan would all be willing to come to war to help me. I just need an actual reason to. Could I try and just take Verona? It would make me a neighbour of Austria, which I don't particularly want. I do have military access through Ferrara, so let's try and fabricate a claim. Do I really want Verona? Should I take Istria? Improvements in production technology. Again, we'll take the lot since we can get inflation reduction anyway. While looking here, I should actually check out the trade power. 10.9, 7.1, 10.9, 7.1. So maybe Istria is the one I want. I mean, it gives me more power in the Venice node, which again isn't that useful for me because I just send the trade back up to Ragusa. But I suppose it's not nothing, so yeah, let's fabricate a claim and take Istria. And let's build another building. Workshop in Siena. Actually, what goods do these places produce? Wine, cloth, grain, and salt. That's a pretty good set. What does Istria do? Wool. Good, it adds to the mix. Okay, the problem with taking Istria is that I actually can't get around to occupy it because I don't have a transport fleet. So that's a pain. And of course Austria has a claim on it, so I don't really want to annoy Austria. But of course Hungary has a claim on these other ones, and I don't want to annoy them even more. So really I'm thinking I should have taken Friuli. Ah, Spain managed to become papal controller. Looks like France will get it back soon enough, but still it's a bit unexpected. Another workshop in Rome. And we definitely can't... Oh, in a sense, Tempesta's back. Yep. Cool, we can now try and take Istria. They're allied with the Knights, Poland and Genoa. Poland's pretty small and weak, and hopefully Hungary can beat them. Genoa, well, France and Milan come to war. Genoa's not going to stand a chance. So let's do this. Take Istria. France won't come to war. Why not? Accepting would destabilise France. France is in debt. Okay, Milan won't come to war, so it's just me and Hungary. Well, that changes things a little bit. Could I still win? I think yes. But I don't really want to fight Genoa. No, I think we'll just leave that for a bit. Why would going to war with Venice destabilise France? Like, do they have a royal marriage with all these people? No. Got a truce with Milan, but Milan... When were Milan and... I don't know. France is at war with Austria. But I wouldn't be going to war with Milan there, would I? No, I don't know. Oh, Venice gives military access to France, so I have to wait for that to expire. Which will be after this war with Austria is over. So I might as well go and get Hungary to like me a bit more. And then why would Milan not come to war? Probably the same thing. Is that they have embargo of friendliness won by France. Okay. Okay, I don't know why they would have come to war, but whatever. National Bank. Well, big loans or small loans? Lose 5 inflation, gain 1 stability. I like that. I think we want small loans. Yep, Spain can have military access through us. What's happening here? Why is France at war with Ferrara? I do not want that. If France takes Modena, that would really piss me off. Okay, so I'm hoping Austria makes peace soon. because they're losing quite badly. Military divided. The forts are our strengths, or we must always attack. I'm going to go with we must always attack. That can also get us to build a bigger army, didn't it? Yep. 6 more regiments. Just temporarily though. Well, I'm going to go to war soon, so let's build them. Let's go. Ceremony disrupted. That is far from ideal. Especially since our main mission is to increase our prestige. Okay. We'll build a cannon, a cavalry, and then we'll build another cavalry, and then the last 3 can be infantry. And then hopefully we can go to war with Venice. Oh yeah, looks like they made peace. The Netherlands gained some ground, and that looks about it actually. No, France, we're not giving you trade power. We need that for ourselves. But at least France didn't take Modena or Ferrara, which is kind of what I wanted to take. I haven't improved my... no, my fleet's still 25 out of 25. Just had a sudden idea that maybe my building docks or whatever had meant I could increase the size of my fleet. But not quite yet. I'll move my arm up to Romania and I'll build the last regiment in there. And now I think it's actually probably time to end this video. It's been 3/4 of an hour, which is the length I aim for, although I've been screwing it up lately and just getting the timing wrong. So I'm feeling really comfortable with how Tuscany's doing at the moment. We are very wealthy, got a powerful army, probably, actually by the looks of it, the most powerful army in Italy. And it's also quite modern. Level 14, whereas Venice is 13, Milan's 13, Genoa's 13. Actually everybody's 13, except for France, which is our ally, so that's good, and Austria. But we'll try not to fight them. But yeah, well, France has continued beating our traditional enemies, Spain, and the Netherlands have popped up to severely weaken Austria. So we're doing, well, it's alright. Our allies are getting stronger, our enemies are getting weaker. Well, not enemies, but opponents are getting weaker. We're now in a position where we can act aggressively in northern Italy, at least I feel that we can. Ottomans are still huge and scary, but that's okay. Great Britain, of course, is starting to get more involved in this part of the world, but we can handle that. Russia's also getting really big, but I don't mind so much. Over in the New World, colonization's happening, but of course we are completely and utterly uninvolved. Actually, our colonial range is higher than I thought it would be, 425. So maybe we will actually be able to start getting on this if I choose that as my next idea. But at the moment I'm inclined not to. I'm inclined to focus on this, especially since I've built a trade fleet and I can't actually transport anybody over there. But yes, next time, first thing, war with Venice to try and take Istria, which I don't think we'll actually take, but we might be able to grab Verona or Treviso or something. Maybe we'll get history as just a quick walk around. We won't be able to walk through Austria though. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it if you did, or subscribe if you want to see more. Also, you can check out some of my other video series down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.